and welcome to this episode of Tripology. It's a backpacking show where two genuine best friends get together and talk about travel. I'm Alun, and I'm here with the ever incredibly hot Adam.
Anyone who didn't think that we get to choose our own adjectives now will know.
And by we, you of course mean you. Sometimes I look at Adam just before the recording and say, Adam, what's your adjective? And this week he requested a very special request. Incredibly hot.
Do you think there's anyone that listens to this show on a regular basis that doesn't realise that usually, more often than not, the adjective is kind of associated with the subject of the show?
That wasn't the case really early on, but it's become the case. I wonder if there's some people listening to the show that get frustrated every week. They're like, why hasn't Alan described Adam as incredibly hot yet? He's been naive, he's been irreplaceable, he's been brave, he's been all these things. Why hasn't he been incredibly hot?
Which one of the adjectives that we've used in the last 190 episodes do you think would be best applied to you? It's a big question.
Do you remember what your first adjective ever was?
I should. Shit. I nearly listened to the first episode this morning.
Yeah, it's hard.
Ever hard.
It's hard to listen to.
Just hard.
I think the first one you ever were is informative.
Oh, wow.
The ever informative Adam.
I don't know if that's still true to this day. Is it?
It's become less true over time.
Oh, well, I'm not the same person and we're not the same show.
No, yeah, exactly. It's 3 years on.
For a bit of context, people are going to be thinking, why is it a big deal that they're sitting on the same bed? But we're in Tokyo. We're in your house. I've flown over to be with you for a couple of weeks.
Why is it a big deal that we're sat on the same bed?
Because we're usually not in the same space.
Yeah, that's true. We're usually remote.
It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
It's not just about our friendship. It's about, keeping the show going.
More episodes than not of this show are recorded in a remote viewing studio where we, I speak and then you come on the screen, you speak, I speak, we all speak together.
And I do think that it's something for us to be proud of. Definitely.
The remote aspect of the show.
Well, just the fact that we've kept this thing going on a weekly basis for 3.5, nearly 4 years. In December, it'll be 4 years. And it's been recorded in over 30 countries. I remember an episode, I think you might have been in Belize, where you recorded a show on top of a roof. It was like a shack, and there were some hedgehogs making noise in the background.
Yeah.
And the Wi-Fi was terrible, but we still did it.
There are some episodes of the show where the quality suffers because of the insane situations I was in. You can hear a howler monkey in the background, one of those episodes. Yeah, it was a crazy, crazy time. I think when we won Best Travel and Adventure Podcast 2025, one of the key things I argued, you have to write a little essay. Why do you deserve it?
Have you not heard the show?
One of the key things I said was, I think we're the only travel podcast that travels full time.
Yeah, which, funnily enough, would be one of the criteria if I was a judge.
Is there another travel podcast that travels full time, where the hosts are constantly nomadic and on the road? If there is, I'd like to hear about it. Write in. Go to our website. There's a contact form. Send me a message.
And if there is, we should listen to them. We're part of the same community. We're trying to spout the same sort of stuff. But it is bloody difficult to produce a podcast.
Oh, God, it's hard.
Every single week. I actually meet other people who travel who don't have a podcast. And I wonder whether they think sometimes, God, I'm so glad I don't have a weekly podcast. I can just travel without thinking about anything else.
They don't know what they're missing out on, do they?
They don't.
Well, tell us, Adam, why are you incredibly hot this week? Are you talking about... there's a few things, couldn't it? You could be incredibly hot because you've had something spicy. You could be incredibly hot because you've been in a sauna. You could be incredibly hot because you've observed that other people find you attractive. Or you could be incredibly hot because you're having an allergic reaction to something which you've ingested.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we narrowly escaped the typhoon just a couple of days ago.
Incredibly wet.
It was incredible. But I thought this would be a good occasion to round off my time in Thailand, because we like to do things in chronological order. We like to talk about them when they're fresh. And I've been here for a week today, actually.
Have you really?
Yeah.
It's felt like shorter.
Is that a good thing?
I think time flies when you're having a nice one.
Yes. So there are a couple of things I'd like to talk about regarding my time in Thailand. And I think it will make for interesting conversation.
Okay, I'm ready to receive the conversation.
The first bit will be a little story, something that happened to me in my actual life, and then it'll be a rice for breakfast.
Oh, amazing. Everyone's favourite travel food item.
Not just any rice for breakfast. A rice for breakfast about the dish that I think is potentially the best dish on planet Earth.
Wow. Papaya salad.
Oh, talk about a spoiler alert.
Sorry. Yeah. I just know that we've already had a rice for breakfast on papaya salad.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Well, we've definitely had one on a pad thai.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm ready to receive it regardless.
I think there's a difference between doing one for, the sakes of doing it, because it is my favourite dish on planet Earth.
Yeah.
And then this time in Thailand, one of my objectives was to try and find the best papaya salad in Thailand.
If we have done it before, do it twice. Because, there's only a finite number of foodstuffs on planet Earth. So eventually, if you do enough rice for breakfast, you are going to come all the way around to papaya salad again, aren't you? We're hundreds of episodes in. Some of those episodes have rice for breakfast in. It only follows, you go through them. It's papaya salad again.
Well, hang on. I can think of 5 or 6 countries off the top of my head. You can probably think of even more where we're never going to cover any of their dishes.
No, exactly. Turkmenistan, if you think you're getting covered in an episode of Rice for Breakfast, not this year. I can tell you that for a fact.
Not until you start churning out your own version of papaya salad.
Oh, what do you like? Honestly, the number of emails we get from the Turkmeni government saying, guys, rice for breakfast. It's unbelievable. So sorry, Turkmenistan, but we will come round to you eventually. But there's a few more dishes out of Thailand we need to cover a couple of times.
And it's more topical.
Next week we're doing pad thai again.
No,
Wait your turn, Turkmenistan.
No, because if you haven't had a papaya salad, a Som Tum in Thailand, you're missing out.
Yeah.
Just in life.
Yeah.
Because it is one of the best things on earth. Anyway, let's start at the start. A couple of days into me being in Thailand, I went to a wine bar.
That's not like you.
No shock there. I was sat at a lovely wine bar called Collected. I'll do a link in the description. You should go and see Palm. She's the owner. She's lovely. And I sat at the bar. I was minding my own business, talking to the owner, having nice conversation, drinking nice wine recommended by the Som there. And there was a table of very lively characters behind me, and they saw me at the bar on my own, and they said, "What are you doing? What's your story? Why don't you come down and hang out with us and have some food?" The group throughout the evening changed. Some people left, some people joined. Stayed there until about 1 a.m. closing when we got kicked out after a few bottles. And the group said to me, "We are having a wine dinner with some."
Crikey.
Yeah. Well, just
At the wine bar?
At a different restaurant.
Okay.
It's a blind tasting, which for any of you who don't know, you kind of bring a bottle of something. Everyone tastes it without knowing what it is, and then you have a chat about it. Think about which country it comes from, what year it might be, the type of grape, all this kind of stuff, whilst having a really nice evening with your friends. So these are all wine industry people, okay?
Yeah, and the little tip for you, if you ever find yourself, like me, not knowing anything about wine, but for whatever machinations you end up at blind tasting, there's a few little trick phrases that you can use to help get yourself out of it. If someone asks you, "Do you like that wine?" you sort of look at blind tasting, have your eyes closed, sort of sniff like that and go, "Whoa, crikey, it's chock full of tannins, the legs are as long as hell, and there's stone fruits coming out of the wazoo." Say things like that, and wine people will think that you are one of them.
Yeah, or mental or drunk. One of those.
Exactly, one of them.
So it was lovely. The dinner was lovely. I did feel, I was honoured really to be invited so quickly to something like that, because it was enabled me to access a side of Bangkok that I wouldn't have otherwise.
The wine access card.
And so I went to the dinner. We had a lovely evening. Then we went on to karaoke. Again, lots of fun. I don't know what time we rolled in, but it was a while. It was the early hours, and we were drunk. We were definitely drunk. And I stayed.
You will get drunk at a blind tasting. Because one of the ways that you can measure how drunk you're getting is when the room starts to move.
Yeah.
And if you're blind...
When you can't see.
You can't see it.
Some people, actually, they don't really like blind tastings. They think they're pointless.
Yeah, people who like to read the label in secret and then come out with, I know exactly what region this is from. This is, what's a Chardonnay, isn't it? Yeah.
It's disproportionate as well. Certainly, if you're me, I can't put words in anyone else's mouth. But if I nail the grape variety, I'm not that happy with myself. But if I don't get the wine or I don't get close, I really beat myself up. So psychologically, I don't think it's really.
It's a high pressure situation for you, a blind tasting, isn't it?
Yeah, and if you go to a blind tasting and you bring a bottle that is textbook, stereotypical, a great example of its type, and quite obvious.
Yeah.
People are likely to get it.
It's a nightmare when you get the colour wrong, isn't it? It's a nightmare when someone gives you a Pinot Noir and you go, "Oh, I'm getting Pinot Grey."
But I actually thought a blind tasting originally when I first started out on my wine journey. I thought that a blind tasting was just not being able to see anything, and you just have a drink and you have to just nail it. Just get it on the nose. So
this is champagne. It's not even fizzy.
It's actually quite stressful. A lot of people, even within the wine industry, somms and people that have worked in wine for a very long time.
That's short for sommelier, not
what? Som Tum.
The
Papaya Salad. And the Battle of Som, yeah. So anyway, yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's supposed to be fun, I think, and educational, and a great way to kind of, we're not all making the same mistakes, so it's a good way to learn. Yeah. For sure. It's all experience. The best way to learn about wine is to drink it. I do believe that.
Sure.
Not like you bookworm.
Yeah.
You sober bookworm.
Knowing so much about wine, reading the back of a wine pamphlet.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think you knew anything about wine, so you said the word wazoo.
That's the organ, it's a vestigial organ in the human body that processes wine.
So I had an amazing time with them, and then we stayed in touch, and they kind of shaped my time in Bangkok because I was invited to a few other
things. Did they shape it like a grape?
No.
It was grape shaped.
It was this group actually that I ended up hanging around with a few times while I was in Thailand, and there was a lady who was at that dinner who came afterwards. It turns out she's Thai. She's a lovely woman, Thai, very talented chef, used to work in Paris and open restaurants, and also Lisbon. So it's very, very cool to meet someone like her. And it just so happens that a little while ago, she moved back to her farm, her family farm on the border of Cambodia, a place called Trat, where they grow durian and mangosteen.
Durian, of course. We know durian. Why do we know durian? Because famous for being the most rancidly, smelly, abhorrent fruit, so much so that it's famous. You mentioned durian and people who... some people have like trigger words where they like to do a fact. A lot of people, you mention durian, they go, it's banned on public transport in Southeast Asia. It's like one of those trigger things, isn't it? Durian? Yeah. Oh, it's banned on public transport. You can't have durian in a hotel. It's banned.
It's banned.
It smells too bad. It smells too bad, so they banned it.
It does smell. It does smell pretty bad.
Yeah.
And
it's difficult to describe the smell, but you, being a som, might be able to.
Could I, though? I don't know if it's smelling off is really enough, because it's not quite mold.
I think it smells
got a funk
of the breath of someone evil.
Okay. Yeah, but not that evil.
No.
Just someone who
like is nasty. Like a wicked spirit. Not Satan, but like a ghoul.
For you, it's like a back of the mouth smell.
Yeah. Of someone with a rotten personality.
Yeah, you just give me flashbacks to that sheep incident, which I won't talk about.
Well, don't mention it.
But between
Adam once encountered a sheep that had halitosis, and halitosis, of course, being bad breath, and it was also deceased, and it smelled like a durian.
So yeah, now back of the mouth, but yeah, it's pretty awful. It's not so bad that you shouldn't eat it.
No, and for you, it's not so bad that you would want to kiss it.
But it's a funny looking fruit, isn't it? It's enormous. Yeah. It's really big. It's roughly the same size as a big melon, maybe?
Durian?
Yeah, big and spiky.
No, you're thinking of a jackfruit.
No, I'm not.
A durian is about this, like maybe the size of 2 cricket balls.
No, it's much bigger. It's much bigger.
I think you're thinking of a jackfruit.
No, I'm thinking of durian. I've literally just spent a couple of days on a durian farm in Thailand.
Are you sure it wasn't a jackfruit? Jackfruits are huge, right?
Right.
Jackfruits are the size of maybe 2 watermelons.
Right.
Durian.
Yeah. Go on. I've seen one the same size as your head.
It must have been large. I've seen some small durians in my time.
Also varying sizes.
Are they varying in sizes?
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have been crazy for me to see a durian the size of...
Go on, what are you looking at now?
I'm trying to find... In my head, maybe the length of an iPhone.
That's a small durian.
That's a small durian, but
really?
Still possible, though.
I don't even know if it is. I really don't know.
I don't want to lead the audience astray with durian sizes, but I'm willing to yield to your expertise in this area. But I will say this: if you see a small durian, don't think it's not a durian, because it might be.
They're incredibly spiky, pretty heavy and dense. There are usually 5 segments inside with the stone.
Maybe I've just seen one of the segments.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That could be it.
They got the iPhone size segment, would you say?
Yeah. You know, this is one of those rare scenarios where I've got a photo on my phone that I can post on Instagram that proves me right. So,
but will he? Because oftentimes Adam says he's going to post something and then doesn't. So
That is true. That is true. Very rarely do I do what I say I'm going to do. But it's pretty creamy in texture, almost avocado-like, and it tastes a lot like vanilla custard.
The durian?
Yeah.
I don't like the taste of it.
Do you not like the taste, or do you not like the smell?
I can't get it past my schnoz to taste it.
That's a shame. You have tasted one, though, and you know you don't like it?
Once, when I was 21.
Okay. I think now it's time.
Yeah,
so if we can
11
get
years ago, I put a durian in my mouth.
So a lot of the durian, and by a lot I mean all of them actually, are exclusively exported to China. So I don't know whether we can get hold of a durian in Japan.
It is quite mad that your story is that you went on a durian farm, and I challenged you on whether you were thinking of a jackfruit.
Welcome to my life, guys. So convincing that he's making me question my own reality. But I guess what I'm trying to say is I spent a couple of days with this lady on the farm, had an amazing experience. She is, as I mentioned, a chef.
A durian chef.
Not a durian chef.
One trick pony.
They do cook with it. She cooked amazing Thai food, which I had the pleasure of eating for breakfast one morning. We did those little leaf parcels.
Oh, yeah.
Delicious. There was like a take on a larb and all this sort of stuff. We went out to eat a number of times together to local restaurants where she just ordered literally everything. I tried wild boar, a number of fish dishes. Obviously, she's ordering everything in Thai and then translating everything to me. So it was a wicked experience from that perspective. She even lent me her scooter, so I got to explore the local area, the region of Trat. I was ripping around, the back roads, rice fields and all that sort of thing. Really, really wonderful. At the top of the farm, I could see Cambodia, the border, the frontier. Lovely rolling hills, lots of farmland, mostly durian, from what I'm told. It was like rural Thailand. Really, really special, really different experience. And I'm very grateful to have been able to live that. And then some of her friends came for breakfast on the last day, and they just so happened to be driving to Bangkok that afternoon. So they said, why not? We'll give you a lift all the way.
Too easy, isn't it?
Yeah, it was
What can you
brilliant.
tell me about mangosteen?
I can tell you that they're roughly the size of a
This is going to be
tennis
giant,
ball.
isn't it? Okay, smaller.
Yeah.
Easy
they're
to tell apart from the durians then.
Oh, they look nothing alike.
Look like a little baby durian.
Yeah, maybe a tennis ball, maybe a little bit smaller actually, and they're purple often. They are also green. Sometimes they're picked green, and they've got one of those cute little, 4 leaves or whatever on the top with a little stalk.
So were you working on the farm or just visiting, really, would you say?
So visiting, and I said to the lady, look, I would love to learn a little bit about this. Can I help you?
Like, for example, try and figure out what size all these fruits are.
Yeah. She said, that's a durian tree. And I said, are you sure it's not a jackfruit tree?
Yeah.
But I climbed a few trees. I helped prune them. It was really, really cool. We didn't harvest any because all of the durian had been harvested apart from the ones that weren't ripe to be harvested yet. I think a healthy tree with a few years on it can produce anywhere from 50 to 200 fruit.
Wow.
Which is pretty cool.
Must be strong.
Yeah. They're when you prune them, they're quite interesting looking. They actually don't look like they have enough branches. They're but I mean, they've been, selected and stuff to grow the different durian. But it's really cool. And then there's guys that climb up the tree when they're being harvested. They grow on these little stalks. And in one, they're holding on for dear life, right? Because they go quite high. Lean over, they're holding onto the tree with one hand, and then in the same motion, they chop with little snips the durian off and catch the stalk, and then drop it down into old mate who's collecting it with a
net
or something.
Wow.
So
like apple scrumping back in the day.
Is that what it's like?
Oh yeah, a little net. You'd have someone down below with maybe a blanket, catching them, preventing bruising.
So, I mean, all that to say that all of that was made possible. The wine dinners and then becoming friends with these awesome people a dynamic that exists. They are a genuine group of friends and business contacts and associates and wine people in Bangkok. And then the farm experience that was as a result of that, because I just stuck my neck out and said, hey, can I come and help? Can I come and, lend a hand or just see what you're up to? We went to a lovely sunset spot. It was amazing. It's just such a wicked experience. So much happened in 2 weeks. And it was only possible because I was sitting at that bar on my own and said yes once.
Yeah.
And I guess my takeaway is that when you
should drink.
Think of all the times you would have had. No, what I mean is that as someone who goes to Thailand for a couple of weeks, and if you go on your own, I think it can go in so many different directions.
Yeah.
I love...
That's definitely true.
It's been a very long time since we've spoken about solo travel and solo backpacking. But for me, it was, and I'm going to talk a little bit about myself here, even more so. But I was worried that those experiences were behind me. Really, like it's getting quite personal now, but I was worried at the age of 36 that I would go to Thailand and I wouldn't
have anyone to play ping pong with.
No, I wouldn't be able to experience something like that. Because that has happened, that kind of thing, where you meet the right person, you say the right thing, you get invited somewhere, then all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, and you've just had the time of your life that you cannot pay for.
But you've just had experiences like that recently, all sorts of places. You were living like that in New Zealand, you were living like that before then when we were travelling around Pakistan and stuff. So why do you think it was over?
I don't know, maybe it's age, maybe it's, living a fairly predictable, stable life in somewhere like New Zealand. It's obviously not exotic, really.
It is easy to get out of the habit, because I remember when I had a big stint off backpacking, and then when I went to Nepal, I was like, how do I do this? Like, what do you do in a hostel? How do you say hi to people? So I get it.
Yeah, it's. I was just observing the fact that it's important to stay open and maybe not have a plan. Because when I went to Thailand, I didn't really have a plan other than just eat loads of food. So, the fact that someone said, oh, you can do this, and oh, why don't you do that? And if you want to come and hang out with us, you can. And I was on my own, so I didn't have anyone to consult, which I know we've done episodes on, is it better to travel with a partner or in a group or, on your own? I am in camp solo. I really am.
Well, that's wonderful to hear, Adam. But you said you were over there trying lots of different foods, so we should talk a bit more of that in a section that you like to call, and by proxy, we've all decided to call it that so as not to offend you.
It's rice for breakfast.
Rice for breakfast? You can't have rice for breakfast.
Here we are, mate, in Rice for Breakfast, everyone's food-related feature.
Everyone.
It's
decentralized. It belongs to everyone.
The papaya salad, also known as the Som Tum. Yeah, did you know that?
Is that the name of the man who invented it?
No.
Or woman?
No. I did learn that it means sour and grounded salad. Sour as in acid. So I think that's the Thai translation. Sour and pounded, because it's something that you...
Som Tum.
Yeah, grounded, pounded, something that rhymes with ounded, and sour. That's the literal translation. So it can be anything. A lot of people just think Som Tum means a papaya salad, but it means a group of salads that have been made that way.
Amazing. Some of which include papaya.
Yes.
Not all Som Tum is papaya salad, but all papaya salad is Som Tum. Now, since the moment I met you, you've always said that your favourite food that exists on planet Earth is the Som Tum, the papaya salad.
Yeah.
Why is that? Tell me more information about it.
I think that against any other dish, and I mean, there are lots of dishes that have these things as well, but I think it does it really well. I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but I do like eating. However, it does have texture. It's got the crunchy underripe papaya. It's got spice. It's loaded with chili quite often. It's got the acid, often from calamansi or lime juice. It's got more crunch from, say, peanuts. It's super fresh. It's really clean. There's just so much going on. It's fucking salty as well to kind of balance the acid. Sometimes up in the north in Isan, where I was, they use fermented shrimp paste and all this sort of stuff. So it's just a overwhelming, overstimulating bombardment of flavours and textures.
What do you say to detractors who say that the best food in existence can't possibly be a salad?
But can't it though?
I don't know. I've got to voice both sides of the war that's raging between you and people who fundamentally. And there's a lot of people. If you say the greatest food of all time and salad in the same sentence, they'll feel alienated because they like protein.
Well, I do think that it's almost impossible to add anything to a great Som Tum to make it any better. I think it's almost impossible to improve a really good version. Whereas those same people that maybe think that, are you alluding to meat? Is that what you're saying?
Or, well, any protein, I suppose.
Yeah. So, I mean,
an egg.
I would argue, and I don't want to start a fight here.
Okay.
I would argue that people who are hell-bent on having meat and who think that something with meat in or some sort of protein is the best dish.
There's a lot of those people. They're like, it's rabbit food. I need a bit of meat on my plate.
Yeah, they're probably also the same people that think that adding cheese to something makes it better. And I would say, sorry.
Often they are.
Yeah, sorry. You're not included in the conversation anymore.
Because of the cheese thing?
Yeah, because people are adding cheese to everything these days. It's being overused.
What's the most annoying thing that people have added cheese to in your mind?
Well, there's some pasta dishes. If you ask an Italian, you don't put cheese on it.
Yeah.
But people go, oh no, you've got to have grated cheese on everything. No, you don't. Especially not shit cheese. People.
I don't like shit cheese either.
People are too quick. They're too quick with the adding of the cheese to literally everything. And it doesn't make it better. I think we live in a society where people just think that adding cheese automatically makes things better.
Yeah.
I would say, go to Thailand, take a deep breath, and have a papaya salad.
And he practices what he preaches, listeners, because I offered him a Baby Bell the other day, and I've never seen anyone look at me with such venom.
Yeah, and, I am, at the risk of sounding like a proper wanker, I used to work for a company in Hong Kong that had a cheese business within the same company, and they've got over 300 cheeses that they import from France. And we used to taste them on a regular basis, even a blind tasting, funnily enough. So I love cheese a lot, and I love eating good cheese, and I've been very fortunate to have some of the best cheeses there are. But you don't see me fucking grating them on a dish where, it's not warranted.
Fair enough. So
eat less cheese and eat better cheese would be my advice.
Yeah, eat the amount of cheese pre-specified and ordained by your expensive cheese budget.
Yeah, if you're buying Cathedral City or some other Red Leicester or some other, cheese that's been made en masse, and you say you love cheese.
Is Cathedral City not a good cheese?
Well, if I say to you, what's your favourite cheese? And they go, Red Leicester. I go, you don't know what cheese is.
There's a proud tradition from Red Leicester, but there must be good Red Leicester out there.
Cheddar. Cheddar's my favourite.
Hold on a second, but there must be cheddars which are absolutely fine cheeses.
No, there are.
There must be absolutely like prestigious cheddars.
No, there really are, and I think there are even some English cheeses, maybe versions of cheddar that we're talking about that have beaten some of the best French cheeses in a blind tasting.
I bet there's someone who's made Red Leicester, who's just artisanal Red Leicester. That's the greatest, one of the top 10 cheese.
But then we're in danger of always specifying that it is the best version of that. So the best version of anything usually is quite good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I don't think the Red Leicester or the cheddar, I think that's not an indication of in bad quality.
No, my attack is on the people who eat that cheese on a
say
basis.
In a funny voice, cheddar.
who think,
you buffoon. I like cheddar. You've got a man of taste.
And then you give them give them a cheese with any amount of flavour and they eat a little bit of the rind and they go, oh my God, that's disgusting. It tastes like metal. No, it doesn't. It's just what actual cheese tastes like.
Baby Bell. There's no cheese connoisseur's favourite cheese is cheese string.
Probably not.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if that makes it into the category of cheese, really.
It's made with, it says 100% real cheese on the packet.
Does it?
Yeah.
My goodness. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked. So the Som Tum, my favourite dish in the world. I could eat one every single day. And I tried to do that when I was in Thailand. One of the other people at this wine dinner was a lad from the Isam region, which is in sort of northeast Thailand. It's where a lot of people, some of the food YouTubers out there, say the best food in Thailand comes from. And it's where a lot of Thai people that I met in Thailand also said their favourite Thai food comes from.
Isam.
And
check it out.
It's where the papaya salad comes from, the Som Tum, and variations of. So I thought, what am I going to do with my time? I headed up to Khon Kaen to find the best papaya salad I could. And the gentleman who was from that region, the wine dinner, sent me a load of recommendations of local restaurants. So I went out and tried one. You're just shocked. You're not going to feel that.
No, yeah. Go on, carry on.
I sat down at this restaurant.
I was going to drop an advert in there.
I sat down at this local restaurant, and a lovely young lady who came to serve me, and she spoke very good English, which was great. And
in a Thai accent?
Yeah.
Okay, let's role play. I'll be you.
No, you can't. No. And anyway, I was sitting down there. I was on my own. I just said, look, whatever you'd recommend, but if one of them could be a Som Tum, that'd be great. She said, yeah, the Som Tum here is fantastic. How spicy can you have it?
Oh, now Adam likes this question.
Yeah. I said, pretty hot. I can take it pretty hot. And she said, okay, what, like really spicy? I said, yeah, really spicy. Like,
however spicy you think I can have it, dial it up a couple of notches.
And she went, okay, no problem. So she went away. She gave the kitchen my order. And then when it came a few moments later, she delivered it. She went away. I was sitting there minding my own business, drinking my beer, eating all the food. It was tasty, but I didn't think the Som Tum was that spicy.
Oh, shit.
I could see lumps of chili in it. There was definitely some red chili. And she came over. She said, is everything okay? I said, yeah, it's great, thank you. She said, how's the Som Tum? I said, it's delicious,
mild,
but it's not spicy. She said, yeah, I've got something to tell you.
Uh-oh.
I asked for it really spicy and told them that you had asked for it spicy. And they said, look at him. He can't handle the spice. We can tell that if we do it spicy, he's not going to be able to eat it. And I was livid. I said to her, I'm going to jump on Google and I'm going to give this restaurant a really bad review. And she said, oh my God, please don't do that. They're my friends.
Did you actually threaten that?
I jokingly said.
Oh.
And she said, really, really? I said, no, of course not, but I would have liked it hotter. And she was like, okay, don't worry, there's still one more dish to come out. So she went back to the kitchen, told them what I'd said.
Could you see the guys in the kitchen from behind?
No, I was facing the other way. And then the next dish that came out, which was a meat dish with pork and stuff.
Too spicy for you, was it?
Blew my head off. It was amazing. But I finished all of it. It was great. I had tears streaming down my face. She was, laughing at me from a distance. But she said that is how hot Thai people have it.
Not since Icarus has someone flown so close to the proverbial sun.
Yeah, but it was amazing. And what I just want to say is it's in my favourite dish in the world. I could eat one every day. I probably should explain what is in a Som Tum, because if you're listening to this and you've never had a papaya salad and you've got no idea of what's in it, then...
Did you not say at the start of the rice for breakfast? Did you not?
Well, I said a few of the ingredients.
Okay.
But I don't think I went through.
Go on.
I've got a bloody list.
Oh, well, if you've got a list, go through it.
Usually unripe papaya.
There you go. If you're making this at home, imagine you're building this from scratch. You need some unripe papaya, you square.
Yeah, a bit of palm sugar for sweetness.
Get some palm sugar in there. If there's no palm sugar, it ain't a Tom Som.
Lime.
Get a little sprinkle of lime. Not too much. Don't be greedy.
Thai eggplant.
One Thai eggplant. If it's an eggplant that has aubergine written on the packet, you got the wrong one.
Tomatoes.
A couple of them. Don't go too crazy on the tomatoes, okay?
It's a lot of ingredients.
If you put more tomatoes in, then you're going to have more sugar to offset the acidity of the tomatoes. Relax.
Chilies, of course, for some heat.
Get them in there.
More than you think. Dried shrimp, often.
A couple.
Shrimp paste, garlic, green beans, peanuts, and then sometimes crabs or seafood.
Only if you're not allergic to peanuts. If you are, then you have to change the ingredients list. If you are allergic to peanuts, but you put them in anyway, don't eat the papaya salad. We have to say that for health reasons.
But I had a number of different versions. There are loads of different versions out there. They are famous in Isan. That's where I've had the best one that I've ever eaten.
And I like the one from Edam, which is the place where the Baby Bell is made.
But it was amazing. It was a highlight of my trip, and it was great to sort of give my trip purpose in that way. I'm glad I went through with it. It's a sort of thought that I've had in previous years and gone, oh, when you go to that place, you should try and find the best whatever. And this year, I actually went and did it.
And just try to have one every single day.
Yeah.
Same as the people who go to Bangkok and they love that one of their favourite dishes is the 7-Eleven grilled cheese sandwich. So they decide, I'm going to go and have one every day.
Yeah, and I've met backpackers over the years who have said there is nothing better than a 7-Eleven grilled cheese sandwich.
Are they right?
No, of course they're not right.
There you go.
I think I'm not going to believe anything that comes out of your mouth from now on.
You heard it here first. Durians are the size of watermelons and a grilled cheese sandwich from 7-Eleven ain't worth shit. We're going to go to the Patreon section now. There's a link in the description. Adam's dotingly put it in there. It takes you straight to the show after the show, but only once you've broken through the paywall, a little defense system we have up that you have to spend money in order to destroy. We'll see you there next week.
Cheers, guys. Loads of love. Bye-bye.
Bye.